The Navigator, Part 1, by Connor D. Chapter 1, The Gilded Martyr, Ship's Contents, 1,000 Cadian 266th Shock Troops, 150 Chimera transports, 20 Scout Sentinels, 10 Lehman Russ battle tanks, assorted munitions and rations for 6 standard months, Engineer detachment with full complement of servitors, astropathic relay and Vox arrays, medical bay staffed by 3 chirurgeons and a dozen orderlies. Mission summary: the Cadian 266th has been dispatched under sealed orders to the outer reaches of the Fornax system. Current heading: Fornax IV, a world shrouded in mystery and long believed lost to the Imperium. Expectation is to establish a forward operating base, investigate all anomalous signals, and recover any and all Imperial artifacts. The Imperial vessel, the Gilded Martyr, recently sustained damage to their warp drive and are awaiting orders. May the Emperor guide our path through the stars.
Lord Captain, the warp drive is currently undergoing final repairs. Estimated time until full operation is 20 minutes,
reported the engineer.
Thank you, Engineer. Please oversee the completion of these repairs personally,
the Lord Captain replied. The tech priest bowed his head respectfully.
As you wish.
He then turned toward the main doorway and departed from the ship's bridge to supervise the remaining work. Turning back to his monitor, the Lord Captain spoke again.
Dross, get a message to the Admiral that the Gilded Martyr will be ready for warp jump in 20 minutes.
Engineer Magos Van marched down the long corridor. Each stride rang out with the sound of metal as his robotic legs impacted the steel-lined floor. Reaching the elevator at the end, he broadcast a robotic language no human would be able to decipher and press a sequence of buttons on the control panel. The elevator gate spun up from the floor as the platform began to descend. Vox operator Dross made his way into the astropath's chamber, seeing the malnourished husk that is Maltheus Rin, the ship's onboard astropath.
I have a message for you to send to the Admiral's ship,
Dross announced. He began to speak again before being interrupted by Maltheus, raising his hand almost like reaching out. The act made Dross unnerved, and he began to feel faint.
I have it,
Maltheus whispered, his voice raspy and dry. As soon as the astropath lowered his arm, Dross's feelings were gone.
How many times have I told you, given me some fecking warning before you decide to get a message out of my head?
Dross grumbled before turning away and leaving the chamber.
Fecking mutant.
Slamming the big iron door behind him. Magos Van was now overseeing the repairs of the warp drive, tech priests and servitors busy around the room fixing circuits and connecting wires. The Magos sending orders to the rest in a rhythm of beeps and electronic noises. Hearing the blast-protected doors opening through his robotic audio receptors, he turned his inspecting, who just walked into the room. There stood Adriel Cass, First Lieutenant of the Gilded Martyr.
Repairs going well, Magos,
he said when stopping next to the engineer.
They are within the expected time frame,
the Magos replied. Cass rolled his hands together before looking back up.
Good. I still don't see how those heretics managed to stow away on the Valkyrie, fool the guards, and make it to this room, causing so much damage.
Human error,
the Magos said.
I guess you're right, Engineer. Anyway, I've got to go flog the guardsmen who allowed this mess in the first place. Emperor, keep you, Magos.
As he turned and began to walk to the doors.
May the Omnisaya guide you, First Lieutenant,
Van replied before turning to the rest of the room and began voicing his electronic noise once again.